Have you ever noticed how the biggest scandals don't explode all at once? They unravel. One headline appears, then another, each one more shocking than the last. Just when it seems the story couldn't possibly get any bigger, a new allegation surfaces that changes the conversation yet again. That's exactly what's happening now. A newly filed lawsuit has placed Sean, Diddy, Combs back at the center of another legal firestorm. This time, the allegations involve someone who claims to have been a child actor at the time of the alleged incident. At the same time, reports suggest prosecutors in Los Angeles are reviewing separate allegations that could potentially lead to additional criminal charges. To be clear, these are allegations, not proven facts. Diddy has denied the claims, and every accusation must ultimately be tested through the legal process. But regardless of where the truth ultimately leads, one thing is undeniable. The story is far from over. And what has emerged raises difficult questions about power, influence, and the entertainment industry itself. Let's break down exactly what's happening. The newest lawsuit was filed anonymously by someone using a pseudonym, claiming they were under the age of 18 during an industry networking event held in the Hollywood Hills back in 2007. According to the complaint, the plaintiff had already begun building a career as a young actor and regularly attended industry events through talent representatives who were helping advance that career. Networking was supposed to create opportunities. Instead, according to the lawsuit, it became something very different. The plaintiff claims Sean Combs approached them during the event, engaged in casual conversation, complimented their work, and allegedly suggested there were future projects he wanted to discuss privately. According to the complaint, the conversation then moved into a separate room where the alleged assault took place. Because of the graphic nature of the accusations, many of the specific allegations have not been repeated publicly in full by major news organizations. Combs has denied the allegations. His representatives released a statement saying the complaint describes events allegedly occurring nearly 20 years ago and relies solely on the plaintiff's account. They maintain the claims have no merit and say they are confident the facts will support their position. That response has become familiar. Nearly every new lawsuit has been met with similar denials from Combs and his legal team. But what makes this case different isn't only the allegations themselves. It's the broader picture the lawsuit attempts to paint. The complaint doesn't focus solely on Sean Combs. It also names talent representatives and agencies, arguing they had a responsibility to protect a minor under their care. According to the filing, those representatives encouraged attendance at industry networking events, introduced the plaintiff to influential adults, and allegedly failed to provide adequate supervision or safeguards. The lawsuit argues that minors entering adult-dominated entertainment environments depend heavily on managers, agents, and guardians to recognize potential risks that young performers may not fully understand. Whether those claims ultimately succeed in court remains unknown. But they expand the conversation beyond one individual. They ask whether the system itself failed. And that's where this story becomes even more complicated. Because while this civil lawsuit was making headlines, another legal development quietly emerged. Reports confirmed that prosecutors in Los Angeles are reviewing separate allegations involving Sean Combs. This review reportedly stems from accusations made by publicist Jonathan Hay, who alleges incidents occurred in both 2020 and 2021. According to public reports, investigators spent months examining the claims before submitting their findings to the Los Angeles County District Attorney's Office. That doesn't automatically mean criminal charges are coming. A prosecutorial review is exactly that, a review. Officials still have to determine whether sufficient evidence exists before deciding whether charges should be filed. And that's an important distinction. Investigations are not convictions. Reviews are not verdicts. But the timing has intensified public attention because multiple legal matters are now unfolding simultaneously. One involves newly filed civil allegations. Another involves a possible criminal review. Combined with the numerous lawsuits already filed over the past several years, many observers believe the legal pressure surrounding Combs continues to grow. Social media reacted almost immediately. Some people expressed outrage. Others urged caution. Many emphasized that allegations deserve serious investigation while also insisting that due process must remain essential. That divide reflects something much larger than this individual case. Every major celebrity scandal seems to produce the same debate. Should people immediately believe accusations? Should they wait until every fact has been tested in court? Can both accountability and fairness exist at the same time? Those questions rarely have simple answers. History has shown that powerful public figures sometimes face legitimate allegations that take years to surface. History has also shown that accusations alone are not proof. That's why these situations become so emotionally charged. The public wants immediate certainty. The legal system moves much more slowly. Meanwhile, headlines continue to multiply. And that's exactly what's happening here. The anonymous plaintiff's lawsuit also describes the broader environment surrounding the entertainment industry during that period. According to the complaint, networking events played an essential role in advancing young performers' careers. Actors, producers, executives, managers, and casting professionals regularly attended these gatherings, creating opportunities that many aspiring performers believed they couldn't afford to miss. For young actors, declining invitations could feel like risking future opportunities. Attending meant trusting the adults responsible for organizing and supervising those environments. The lawsuit argues that this trust was broken. Again, these remain allegations that have not been proven in court. But the claims have reignited an uncomfortable conversation that extends far beyond one celebrity. How much responsibility should agencies have when representing minors? What safeguards should exist at industry events? Who is accountable if those safeguards fail? Those questions reach well beyond this single lawsuit. And they may ultimately become just as significant as the allegations themselves. As the legal battle continues, investigators, attorneys, and courts, not social media, will determine what evidence supports each claim. But one thing is already clear. The latest lawsuit has added another chapter to one of the entertainment industry's most closely watched legal sagas. And if this is only the beginning of what's still to come, the next developments could reshape the conversation once again.